What's going on? Oh, what's going on? Wait a minute, y'all. Brother, brother, brother. We're out here to fight for one another. We don't need no band, especially on immigration. Hey, we got to get it right.
Get it right.
Got to get it right.
Get it right.
We're out here to fight.
Out here to fight.
We'll fight for our rights.
My name is Abiba Salahu, and I'm a senior studying biology at Bard College. I want to thank you all for being here today on a Saturday. I know that it's really cold outside and that we all live busy lives, but the number of people that I see here before me holding signs, holding their kids in their arms, holding hands, it all warms my heart so, so much. I know that we are all gathered here for a serious issue, but before I get into that, I want to emphasize the beauty that I see before me. The number of people here today to show their support and educate others is something that Donald Trump can attack with an executive order. He can't attack what's in our hearts. And he cannot divide a community that stands firm and united. The only thing that I think should be banned is him. His bigotry, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and like-minded Republican legislators should all be banned. He doesn't make America great, he makes it worse. The diversity within our communities is what makes America great. I urge you all to recognize your privilege and power within the community and turn that momentum directly into action. When we were planning the No Ban, No Wall protest, we didn't ever envision it getting this big. The number of people that it attracted on Facebook alone is mind-boggling. This is amazing. There's so much potential here today, and a key point that I want to make clear is that despite how amazing and fantastic this gathering is, there's still work to be done. Again, there is still work to be done. There is racism, Islamophobia, sexism, transphobia, homophobia apparent in the Hudson Valley. And we all have to assume a responsibility to the members of our community. We have to dedicate our efforts to addressing these issues. I want you all to recognize your power and responsibility to this community. We have a lot of work to do in the Hudson Valley, and even more work to do in America. So why are we here? Why are we gathered here in front of the courthouse in Poughkeepsie at 1:30 on a Saturday? The answer is simple. Because Donald Trump wants to ban Muslims and deport refugees, and that is not what this country is about.
Not at all.
He wants to revert the years of toil and sacrifice that immigrants have invested in this country. We are here because this is our country, not Donald Trump's country. So let me make clear that I think we would be extremely mistaken if we think that the recent appeal of Trump's executive action means that our work here is done and that we all get to go home. Not done. This issue is much bigger than the executive action itself. It's the fact that there are people in this country and even in the Hudson Valley who are in support of the Muslim ban and who will be making sure that they're out protesting on Monday to bring it back. Refugee programs around the country have already been shut down. Someone in her hometown had pages of her Holy Quran ripped out just a few days ago. Our work has just begun. And it's not Trump that we're opposing, but all of his like-minded supporters as well. We here to show the legislators and politicians in the Hudson Valley that if one person is headed to court on immigration charges, we are all headed to court. If the well-being of one family is threatened, then all of our well-beings are threatened. My parents were immigrants to this country. If they were banned, I wouldn't be a graduating senior at Bard College. I am an African Muslim woman, and for the first time in my life, I am genuinely scared to go to Jummah prayers when I go home. What will happen? Who will be waiting outside of our masjid? Who will protect us? Will our local legislators protect us? No. Certainly not the ones who have funded and supported Trump.
Exactly.
To all of the elected officials near and far, you have to protect me. You have to protect us. You serve us all. Okay. It saddens me that there are international students, part of the Muslim student organization at Bard, who are on campus right now because they didn't feel safe enough to come to this protest. We have to do better for them. We have to so that we can all feel safe and welcomed in this country. Once again, we are here because this isn't Trump's country. We are here because this is our country. This is our country, and we value the lives of Muslims and immigrants. No ban, no wall.
No ban, no wall.
Come on, no ban!
No wall.
No ban! No ban! No ban!
No ban, no wall. No ban, no wall. No ban, no wall. No ban, no wall.
My name is Misbah Awan, a first-year scholar at Bard College. I am anxious with the world, quick, always on my feet, and constantly moving. However, especially at the moment of the results of the election, I was numb. I remain passive because I feel as though I've been living under a so-called Trump era all my life. Before what is visible to all now, I have always seen the similar yet covert sort of Islamophobic and xenophobic and anti-black hatred that was disguised in flowery language in the speech or other irrelevant news made to distract from the issues at hand. My mind immediately went back to what I've been trained to do, which is organize. The case has always been organize or die, not vote or die. So when Trump, a bigot through and through, became president-elect, my passion did not dwindle. The flame grew stronger and brighter, but I wasn't ready to move. I'm not sure even what to do now because I'm exhausted and stripped to bare vulnerability. My personal voice, body, and labor has become a poster child for victimhood. But I have to practice well-intentioned thoughts. I have to remember my reality. We are in a new era of a political struggle for our movement against the Trump regime.
That's right.
Everything is troubling, especially now where things are more tangible than ever, it seems. The ban on Muslims and anti-Muslim racism, the attack on women, racist attacks on indigenous people, hate-mongering on Black and Latinx people, overworked labor on the backs of immigrant workers. All of this is terrible and unacceptable. But all of this trouble is not so un-American as people think. Remember, to say otherwise is to erase the deep-rooted history of white supremacy on this soil. This oppression is not new. One important thing to keep in mind, Muslims are incredibly diverse. We are not one narrative or one way of Islamophobia. The roots of Islamophobia in the U.S. go back to the ways African Muslim slaves were kidnapped and dehumanized.
Damn right.
History connects with the present and repeats, but resistance always shows up ready to fight alongside it. We are resistance. I want you all to remember to fund and support Muslim grassroots collectives and be wary of those who exploit the cause. In the end, I am forever in debt to those who have brought me here to educate myself and grow in opposition to the political and hostile environment of the government back home. This is for my parents who are immigrants and Muslim. This is for my parents who will never understand me, yet I fight for justice still. For my parents who are visible only at the best and worst of times under capitalism, where it seems like vulnerability is only experienced in stratification. For my parents who struggle to speak with the language of my ancestors, but can so quickly switch to the colonizer's tongue and insult them. For my parents who were indoctrinated to believe they must serve others and never themselves because self-love is selfishness, passing this belief to my siblings and I. This is for my parents who break their backs every day to bring bread to the table. For my parents who are forced to believe there is no other option but the lesser of two evils. For my parents who believe that my activism only stems from my rebellion because I am merely a teenager. For my parents who condemn me from learning about South Asian liberation because we are living in America now, so we should just forget about it. For my parents who have stripped themselves of being draped in embroidered bright dresses and shalwar kameez because they are afraid of looking too foreign. For my parents who have found solace in an empire like America where they are only welcomed for their labor. My parents and my brothers alike are here, so we might as well fight to stay. I may not have the complete luxury of owning up to the feeling of ever belonging here, but I strive to belong while holding close and true to who I believe I am at the core. I strive to belong just as anybody else because I deserve basic human rights too.
Yes!
Again, my name is Misbah. I am a Muslim. I am not a victim. I am a warrior. Spontaneous combustion is good because it's how the people begin to fight. But organized resistance and people power as opposed to reactionary violence will mark a new day. No one should be waiting for fascism to happen. Our time is now. This is definitely an all-people's anti-Trump coalition in action. So fist up until the people are free. We know this. We learned from a very young age. So let's get on with it. Thank you.